Nimeshamtumia. Make a break. A break. To make you to be the host.
Huh? What's the idea?
You allow people in, I will allow them in. Wanataka tu allow mtu in.
Oh.
Nilikuwa hii video kwa sababu. Unatafuta nani tena? Anashangaa sabani na rasulile mjao lakini ya mlisho ya kenyele la mlekum haki. Alafu pali.
If you can allow us to share our screens, the better, because we can't share our screen.
Hello, everyone. So should we start with the team in Nairobi? I don't know who is the host of the session. Louise, connecting from France, working at Techfugees here. Nice to see you all.
So you have
But there's thing, this is not the thing. Oh, you have to shoot the thing.
just a second. Hello, Dada Kakuma. Sorry for the delay that we had because of the technical issue. We are now getting ready for the pitches. We're going to start with Nairobi because we just want to, get the ball rolling, and we'll deal with all the technical issues that we'll figure it out. Yeah. So we're going to start with our first team, which has been working for TurkanaVoices. You have the slide deck in front of you, and my pictures are ready for you to start. Okay. Thank you.
Hello, just one remark for all the participants. For the ones who are not presenting, is it possible to mute so that we can hear the team presenting properly? Thank you very much.
Voila. Perfect. Phenomena is your timekeeping, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. You start? Yeah, perfect.
Is everybody okay?
Phenomena. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Yes, I see. So let's start. So we are team strategists. I'm James. I'm Chocho, and we are presenting TurkanaVoices. And we'll go through the introduction part of it, and that is my part. And TurkanaVoices was formed in it's a CBO organization that is community-based, and we started in 2010. They are located in Turkana West, and what they do is they train refugees, post students, and also high school students. And the challenges that they are facing and we have been solving since yesterday are they need us to help them find a solution to how they'll be presenting to develop an online presence and how they'll be able to recruit audiences and benefits of computer skills. How do you promote the benefits of computer skills? So we have come up with a few solutions to them, and my partner here, Isaac, will be able to go through. And I hope these ideas will help you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As I said, my name is Chocho Isaac. So we are trying to develop an online strategy for the youth voice, TurkanaVoices. So we have come up with a few solutions to that. So the first one, Yeah. So the first one is that we have managed to do a website for them. The website is that Google Sites, which is free. So we managed to come with a website for them, which they'll be accessing on a professional level. So another thing is that we managed to do for them a logo, which has actually, if you can see it inside, it has a voice like a megaphone in it, and actually their name TurkanaVoices on the side. So another thing that we have managed to come up with is the social media platforms. We came to find that the executive director was using this only account, the Facebook account, to do communication. So we came up with a Facebook page for them, so in their own name, so that it can be very easy for identification. Also, we came up with the Instagram page for them. So the Instagram page for them. So we have tried to just bring the same name to all Instagram, so to all Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter. So on the another level is that they wanted to collect to reach a large number of audiences. For them to reach audiences, we came up with a Google form for them. So the Google form has a little bit of information so that it becomes easy for them to collect data. So in there we included name, email, address, phone number, age. So what course are you interested in, so that they can reach a lot of people without going large area. So that's why I came with a Google form for them also. Also, who is the PowerPoint? So promoting benefits is that we made for them even a certificate for when you complete the courses there, you will be given certificate. This certificate is the one which will enable you to present when you are going to look for a job, because we saw that with getting the skills without even a certificate, it will be difficult. Also, we saw it's better for them to get a mentor in that area who will be mentoring the audiences on the benefits of learning computer skills in this digital era. Also, we said that after that, we shall be telling success stories for those who have succeeded in getting employment. This will make them gain more audiences and gain more confidence to the donors. Thank you so much.
Next team sets up, next team set up. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah, there's a question there.
Hello. I don't know if it's time for questions, but I do have a question for the team.
Okay, let's start with Luis. Sorry. Yes, Luis, you can go with your question if you want. We're setting up the next team, so that is why we can't see you. Can you hear us?
Yes, perfectly. So I wanted to thank the first team and congratulate for the work that they've been producing. I was wondering on the Google form that was created, what is the audience that is targeted, and what is the strategy to spread the word of the Google form? Thank you.
Thank you, Luis. So the Google form that you created, who are the people that you're targeting? And
okay, thank you so much for the question. So the audience you are targeting are the actually TurkanaVoices this match with the girl child. So we are targeting the girls at most, because we came to know that they have tried to give education or the course to the ones who are nearby. So they don't have the resource to go far away from that area. So you can send the Google Forms through the WhatsApp so that you can reach people who are far from the area, so that they can collect the information without, it will cost them nothing, and the information will be like in a more organized way. So it will cost them nothing, like transportation for them, but even the people, they won't come to register to their center. So it will be like just from their area and to the center of TurkanaVoices. So yeah.
Just a contribution. According to the work of TurkanaVoices, they have refugees, that is those that are in the camp, and host community, that is so those that are disadvantaged, and also the students in high school. So for them to mobilize the people, there is a form that we just created, and that form will be very useful because we'll be sending it through all social media accounts that we have created. And if anybody is interested in the courses that are being provided, they'll be very easily be able to join and be recruited into the project. I hope your question has been answered.
Yes, thank you. And I know that we have time limits, so I'll follow up with some comments in the chat for your team. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Louise. And there's another question here. Nairobi.
Sorry, David, I'm going to reactivate your mic and close the other mics since we couldn't hear you properly. Can you, David, reopen your mic, please? Thank you. David, can you reactivate your mic? Else you can type the question in the chat. You can type the question in the chat. Okay, I think Dominique and Gemma, when David is talking, you have to mute the Samuel Hall account, else there is a lot of echo. Thank you.
This certificate is just to give them that a recognition that you have done, you have passed the course, and this certificate will be able to help them maybe look for employment or start a business of their own, just start up, because it will really help them. And this was just our suggestion as we try to help the TurkanaVoices, that this is what we see. If we give them certificates at the end of every semester to help them. I don't know. Have I answered?
So it will help them, like when they go with a job opportunity which requires the computer skill, so they're able to present it to show that they have done this kind of, they have gained this kind of skill. Yeah.
Thank you. So now we're going to have another team from Nairobi, but after that, I'd like to go to another site, either in Dadaab or Kakuma, then, intermingle around. So we have another team from Nairobi, but after that, we move to another site. And I'll announce which it will be right after. So we have our next, actually been working on the of remote working, and they have been trying to come up with solutions to support the organization Fit4Purpose, which is trying to solve the problem of remote working. So not giving up anymore, I hand it over to the next picture.
Both of them.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi Nairobi, hi Kakuma. My name is Tim. He is John. We represent the Kuzulu team. We are working on remote work. So, how can we collaborate across languages? In a situation where you find a lot of people are using diverse languages, how can we reduce the technical skill gap that actually exists in the refugee camps? And how do we empower refugees economically in a way that they can earn consistent revenue?
Thank you, brother. Actually, here we have come to a great possible solution that are going to be based in Hong Kong zone, which is a specific location in Kakuma. One, we are going to develop a syntax translation programming language that will be embedded into the system. Number two is we shall be having the refugees will be trained in technical skills for coding, so that they have the knowledge in coding, so that they can be able to develop some system. Number three is that refugees, they'll be having possibilities of having well-paid job in the world. Yeah. As you can see, these are possible demo. That is a possible demo on what we are trying to work on. It's like this. A refugee will be coding in his or her own native language. Here we are using Swahili. So you're coding a software in Swahili. Then when you deliver it to our client, it is automatically going to be translated in English and the product is delivered to the client. Yeah. From here, a refugee based in Kenya and there's a job opportunity in India. That refugee will be able to access that job, perform the task in his or her own native language, deliver it to India. That job will be automatically translated in India and the client will be happy. So that's what we are working on. Maybe my brother can go on with it, with a demo of the prototype we have worked on.
So perhaps you're confused. Let me show you how the demo works. So a person who is looking to hire technical talent just comes here, he posts some few details about the job, the title, the description, the time frame, and how much they are willing to pay. And once this has been set up, and once the job has been set up, you find that the refugee now comes onto the homepage and they can be matched by various jobs depending on their profile. So let's say we can match me. I want to be a backend developer. Let's see. Can I get this over? Okay. I'm not able to keep going. Please wait. Okay. So sorry for that delay. So once I've been given the okay that I've been matched to that job, I can start working. and I'm taken to this page. Now, this is a demo of how it will work. I code in Swahili, which is pretty much my native language. And once it's compiled, this is what we see. The client gets the results in English. Now, this solution is really amazing. It just enables people to be able to be empowered economically and to write in their own languages and also create jobs for themselves. And since software engineering jobs pay really well, people in Kakuma will be empowered. Thank you. Questions, comments, maybe?
How can you work with Fitforpurpose who wants to create the remote Fugees platform?
We're pretty much.
Because I think remote Fitforpurpose is there in Kakuma. That was their idea. So I think it will be interesting if you can speak to Ebengo, who is the founder of Fitforpurpose, and how you can collaborate.
He's Ebengo.
Ebengo.
Correct pronunciation?
Yeah.
Hi, Ebengo. I hope you're watching. So we are really interested in working with you because I am a software engineer myself. I know the power that comes with being able to create your own solutions using IT. And we really hope that people in Kakuma can create their own solutions, also empower themselves to create solutions for the whole world. That's why we're willing to work with you. Reach out on team is John enough.
If you have questions, maybe you can ask Dada and Kakuma if they have questions.
Yeah, any question from the Kakuma?
Yeah.
I have a question from France, but first, Dada and Kakuma can go. I wanted to know, so you showed the demo in Swahili for translation from Swahili to English. I was wondering, how is the translation made? Is it based on like volunteer translators who are entering like the main translation from Swahili to English, and how you intend to scale to more languages like Lingala or languages from Ethiopia and other countries? Thank you.
That's a good question. So I don't know how technical you are, but it's very possible to translate syntax, not just the language, the syntax. For example, in Swahili, if means if is kama. It can be very easily translated into if I write kama. So it's just a transpiler that we have to write up. I'm sorry, maybe I'm using too much IT jargon, but that's the most simple way I can say it. And in terms of scalability, if we can get people who are good in two languages that are very different, we can translate it very accurately. It's a bit costly, but it can be done.
Very clear. Thanks. And so what are you using for the syntax translation?
Pardon? The syntax translation, the direct translation.
Yes.
Okay. So, as I said, we will have like a vocabulary of English, and on the other side, we have a vocabulary of that language. The transpiler that we have will be checking if there's an if, or let's say if there's the word comma, it replaces it with if. And then now it's compiled in the Python compiler. So it's first like Babel in JavaScript, Babel first, then the compiler. That's the simplest way.
Secondly, to add on top of that, I believe that most of the native languages have been translated. Like if you look at the Bibles, they are translated in local languages. It's still possible to translate a code into a native language, and it becomes very easy for a person to learn programming when you're being taught in your native language compared to when you're taught in a foreign language. Yeah, and there will be some software plugins that will be installed to know this is the compiler will know this Swahili turning into English, or this Dinka turning into let's say French, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, your question.
Amazing presentation.
Thank you.
And I love the enthusiasm that comes with it and excitement, which is beautiful. I have a question. One, we understand the competitiveness that the gig economy is, especially if you comparatively look at the context that the refugees are living in, and the rest of people who have got all the advantages that comes with training, accessibility to all these platforms, the awareness around it, and all that stuff. have you maybe thought about such challenges? And for example, how somebody who, let's say, was actually in their teenage learning coding and has gotten to a level like that's competent, would compete with somebody in Kakuma who has taken a 2 or 3 month course in coding and they're competing for the same job with whoever is advertising for it in Bangladesh, wherever you think about it.
Okay, so first things first, we admit that there's no way a person who has coded for 2-3 months can compete with someone who has coded for 6 years. However, you can shorten the time frame between this person starting to code and reaching that level by reducing the language gap, the verbal language gap. If they are taught in their native languages, a lot of information will be retained. Have I answered your question?
And I think the point is not to compete with the market. I think we're setting ourselves, the refugee community, for the failure to try to mainstream everything. I think it's not the point. The point is also to be able to learn coding skills, start developing perhaps a body of work, which might be in Swahili, because today my friend told me that there is Chinese Python that exists. There are big languages where enough work is happening in coding, and then they build an economy. So the point, I think the point is to start off from somewhere, even if it might be small, even if it doesn't compete. I think just the fact by learning to code, you're definitely setting people up for learning more.
Beautiful. My question just to sort of also open up your mind from the end goal of it. You see, I mean, anyone can spend the extra time to learn coding. Then so what? You see, we just want to go and say, hey, we will allow it. We want to Kakuma, train a few people on JavaScript, ABCD, and the other. You see, the question is at the end of it, because if you look at, for example, Upwork, it's a platform for everybody. Whoever is posting it doesn't care about whether you're a refugee or not. You see, and you talk to each other matching profiles. How do you get matched? If your skill set matches what the other client or vendor or whatever wants to get out of it, all right? Sometimes we all find people don't want to compete, but then we have to equip, all right, the targeted population to have the same prerequisite skill set. So it's like starting with the end game in mind. But at the end of it all, what impact we want to achieve to help everyone that we have trained, for example, to be able to get a match on the platform, right? Just my comment. Not to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's it. Thank you. Questions from Kakuma, maybe 1 or 2. Thank you so much.
Good job,
So up next, we'll have the project for Dadab Startech. So please come next to a speaker or microphone so that we're able to hear you.
Yes, Dominic, if you can share our slide, is it better? Guys, can we?
I can stop it.
Good afternoon, everyone. As a Dadab Startech, let me first of all thank the organizers who organized this program. Thank you very much. My name is Abdisalam Mohammed from Dadab Startech. As a team, Dadab Startech, we have conducted a survey whereby we have experienced a number of challenges here in our society, Dadab. After that, we have experienced that our society lack workspace where they can access and enhance their skills. After finding that challenges, we created our society for workspace where they can access and enhance their skills as well. We offer basic computer skills to the youth here in the DAP. As well, we produce student cards for the students in education side. The DAB Static is a young startup and the brainchild of a team of technicians from the DAB. We mainly design, build, and customize products and services to satisfy a range of customer requirements. Government, professional services, needs of education institutions, those of consumers at home. We do business directly with customers one at a time, and believe we do it better than anyone who has to be over. Since we have too many competitors here in the DAP, but we are even challengers. We can challenge them. Solution challenges that we have is that we lack funding, but the solution we made, we seek grant specifically designed to help and give us a boost. Sometimes we send proposal to the agencies like of UNHCR, NRC, and county government as well. Increasing competitors, we provide great customer services. Lack of communication, the right system, the solution we have come up with that, the right system and the right communication tools in place, also finding where communication breaks down. Impact, increased competition from entrepreneurs, challenges existing firms to become more competitive. Entrepreneurs provide new job opportunities in the short and long term. Entrepreneurial activity raises the productivity of farms and economics. Entrepreneurs accelerate structural change by replacing established farms. Our mission, our mission is to give quality services to our esteemed clients. And our vision is to be sought out as a recognized and trusted vendor in the community. Thank you very much. Any question? Was it okay?
You are live, you're there.
No matter.
Hello, I do have a question. Thank you very much for the presentation. I was wondering if the project is to build, when you're saying bringing service to customers, is it creating a digital agency in DADAB? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Push. I have to answer the question. Pardon. I have no question. Maya, question is Maya, I have no question. Repeat the question.
Oh, sorry. I was wondering if, when you're saying that the objective is to bring services to customers in DADAB and that you're looking for funding, is the project to build a digital agency in DADAB? Thank you.
Yeah, the DADAB Collective Agency.
Okay, so you're from DADAB Collective, right? Understood. Great work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I listen to the group from the other room.
Let's have Take DADAB team going next. Anyone from Take DADAB team? Farm?
Dominic, you said Mwangaza, and they are ready next in the other room. So let's start with Mwangaza. Yes, that's the team I want.
Allow us to share the screen.
Remove the.
1 second. Who shared? Who shared? From what email? I can't see the Mwangaza one.
Allow us to share the screen.
From now, Kiprono, you receive the screen?
We are trying to share the screen.
The Mwangaza, who was it shared to? I need to know so I know. It doesn't have a name tag.
It came from Noah, but you can go back to the was it the Tech Dadab? They're also ready here as the other team prepares. Just project. No. This one for the other group. Not this one, the Dadab Tech, not Star. I believe you got it from my end. As you still look for the one sent by Noah.
Could you start with Mwangaza as I look for the other one?
You start with Mwangaza?
Yes, please.
Whichever is ready on your end.
Mwangaza is ready, but we can't share the screen. Okay.
Okay, let's start with Mwangaza then. So be ready.
Hello, my name is Mohamed Shukri. Our group is Mwangaza Digital Cyber. As we are groups, we are doing photocopy, printing, scanning. We did so many proposals to NRC, UNHCR in order to help us. We have challenge as an e-commerce. The challenge we are facing is need of online identity verification. When customers goes into website and sign up, one needs to be sure that this person wants to buy. Two, competition. There's stiff competition in the DAP. There's some other cybers. There's some NGOs that are giving support us. We write so many proposals in order to get support, and yet we have not get any support. Maintain customer loyalty. When you are doing such business, you have to maintain a loyalty in order that customers trust you with your business. Model customer expectation. Most pressing customer service is issues catching up to model customer expectations. And we come up with solutions. We come up with solutions. Our solutions are to take proper steps to verify online shopping information and always send a verification link when our customers sign up. Conduct a research into competitors' market to develop a digital marketing strategy. Display our address and phones on internet. Make customer service priority over profit. Consider offering your product in prominent market like of Amazon. There's online freelancing who does through Amazon. We create a platforms. Also, we create platforms.
Sorry, should I go to the next deck?
And
Slides.
I think so.
Next.
I think that was a different presentation.
Sorry, we have to. Yeah, it is not faith in technical and it is faith in people. Next. That's our value.
Thank you very much, Mwangaza. Any questions?
No, I don't have questions.
No. From the participants. So from Dadaab, Kakuma, Nairobi. There's a question.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me, colleagues in Dadaab?
I do have a question.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Sabor. I work for UNHCR in Nairobi. Thank you for the presentation. I just wanted to kind of be sure that what you're developing is actually related to entrepreneurship theme, right? And is it related to Advocacy Initiative, which is one of the projects? Can I hear me?
Come again, you say?
I wasn't sure whether I understood your presentation and whether it was related to the Advocacy Initiative, which is one of the guest projects. Trying to put all this into context. Thank you.
I think what he's trying to ask is your solution. For which project is he trying to solve?
E-commerce. Online.
I do have another question, if I may.
Okay.
So you've been working on this project to support ReEmar, which is one of the guest projects on e-commerce, or to create your own e-commerce platform. And if that's the case, I was wondering if you already have products that you're selling from Dadaab, and if you're willing to create a new e-commerce platform. And I wanted also to underline that I think it's a great idea to considering offering your products on prominent platforms, like you said, with Amazon or other existing platforms, because oftentimes there's a lot of time which is invested to building from scratch, and it's not necessarily the easiest approach. Thank you. So are you working with ReEmar, or are you willing to create your own e-commerce platform from Dadaab?
Yeah, I am willing to create my own e-commerce in Dadaab.
And do you think there could be collaboration between both?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Maybe the teams in Kakuma can present. They don't have to have a deck, but they just need to be somewhere they can be seen. So stand in front of the camera, please. Abri, are you able to have someone present?
Hello, Dominic. You can make me host so that I can present my screen. Thank you. Yes, Dom. Can you hear me?
You're now the host, Sadiq. Also remember
Yeah.
to make us a host when you're done.
Yeah, thank you. I will do that. Thank you. My name is Sadiq. I'm representing Advocacy Initiative for Youth Development. I'm the lead of this project. Is what there. I want to give a big introduction about what it is. Hello? Yeah. My name is Sadiq and I'm from remote Georgia.
Sadiq, unfortunately, we can't hear you properly. I was wondering if Aneta Idiongo can mute herself to see if there is less echo. Thank you. Oh, back to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sadiq.
Yes. Yes, I hope you can hear me now. Maybe mute that one.
Sadiq, tell someone to not to mute just the mic, but also the speakers. That's what's causing.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Oh, thank you. My name is Sadiq and I'm representing Advocacy Initiative and I'm the lead of this project of as an organization, a refugee-led organization, our vision is to give over 45,000 youths between age of 14 to 5 years old equal access to digital and soft skills.
Sadiq, please proceed.
Yes. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, it's all good now, Sadiq. Sorry, and you can start again. This one will be the good one.
Okay, thank you. My name is Sadiq. I'm from Advocacy Initiative for Youth Development. Advocacy is a refugee-led organization operating in Kakuma refugee camp, and our mission is to give over 45,000 youths between the age of 14 to 25 years old and equal access to digital and soft skills. Today, I'm going to present you this a new project that we invented recently, named Remote Fugees. And as I'm taking a little bit about what Remote Fuge is, Remote Fuge is a workplace or a platform that allows refugees or displaced persons around the world and connecting them to global opportunities, to global jobs. Basically, we do, our project is that, connecting refugees to global opportunities. So this platform works like Upwork, but ours is kind of different because the audience that we are targeting is different from what Upwork, Fiverr, and related does. Here, Remote Fuge is a refugee workplace where the 82 million refugees from all over the world will be working with global clients. Basically, this project has started in 2020 with a number of 30 students in our program of digital skills. We have trained freelancers in the field of social media marketing, graphic design, and digital entrepreneurship. That was 2020, and that time was affected. The program was affected by COVID-19. It was kind of like some interruptions, but coming to 2020, we have been able to come up with a new strategy to develop the program, and we have started to train the youths in Kakuma about digital entrepreneurship and freelancing. We have been able to train them in Upwork, how to work with online jobs on Upwork, Fiverr, but it was kind of like, the opportunity for them to secure jobs was that kind of low, and it was kind of like, why can't we innovate something new that can promote the job opportunities for youths in Kakuma and outside the world. We have 3 cohorts in 2020, which was almost each cohort 30 students from the refugee community, and we have been able to train in the 3 fields of graphic design and social media marketing and digital entrepreneurship. This has given us the opportunity, our students, to have that power or talent to work with some global clients. We have been advocating for them to work with some clients that as an organization and as a team, we have advocated for some individuals and organizations to work with our refugees. They have been able to deliver good work, and the idea was a great move that was making an impact. When currently in 2022, we decided how to improve the project, and we have come with this idea of creating an online workplace, which works with as Upwork, but our target is to make a workplace for the 82 million refugees from all over the world and advocate for them on this journey of digital opportunity or digital hunting jobs or opportunities. So far, we have done the project ideation and prototyping, and as you see my screen, this is our prototype, that how our platform should look like, and this is our prototype. This is remote huge, and we are thinking to launch it, to make it successful for us to meet our objectives that we are aiming. So after all, the impact of our pilot team when we started 2020 has motivated us to go all through this journey of 3 years and to come up with something that will benefit from all refugees from all over the world, where any refugee or displaced persons live. What we need to do next is that to launch this platform and connect, advocate for refugees, to connect or get jobs from companies or individuals from all over the world. So our idea is that, first launch this work on this project, train. We have already have some graduates or a team of freelancers that we have trained, who have the skills and the talents to onboard them on this new platform for them to get more global opportunities with the advocate of the organization and our partners. So that's what we need to do next. Basically, it's kind of like, we are not limiting this project for ourselves. We are really welcoming to anyone who is thinking to participate and take a step with us to make this successful, to serve or to give the opportunity to the 82 million displaced persons around the world. Exactly today, I can say what we need from you is that advocate. We need you to on board on this project, advocate for it, and also work with us, give ideas on how and join our mission and objectives. We had some project plans, and we have a user journey that we have seen the success of our graduates or freelancers that we have trained in the last 3 years. It's first of all important to us as an organization, and that's why we aim to make in the transition.
Sadiq, remember you have 2 more minutes, so please, maybe you can take us to the prototype itself, the website, and then we'll be able to understand what you're explaining instead of the slides.
Okay, so that's why we are aiming making the transition of the system to be simple, connecting global companies and individuals to hire our refugees. We have unskilled refugees. We need to recruit them and train them in our center, give them certification to prove their skill, and then make them on board to Remote Fuge, which is the workplace platform that we are inventing, and also to existing platforms that are currently online present. Then connecting to potential clients by advocating for them, then for them to win clients. After all, we had a budget plan that we are implement for us to implement this project. Is that we are going to host a website and develop the website that the refugees going to work, and this is our budget plan. We have listed some some items or things that we should be having for us to make it successful. And as you can see, this is our estimated total budget. We are thinking it can be successful with this project. This is our remote work team, as we have initiated this project together. So, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you have anyone who... Sadiq, please make me fast the host. Before
Okay,
you leave.
this is our platform, and it's going to showcase the talents, the graduates, and all refugees who are displaced. And it is where we are going to offer our services and connect those refugees to the companies and individuals who are ready to participate and work with the refugee talents. Thank you for today, and if there's any question, let me hear from you. Thank you.
I do have a question.
Yeah, there's a question.
Yes, please ask.
Again, thank you very much for the presentation and for the work that you're doing with the African Initiative for Human Development. I was wondering what motivated the choice of creating a new platform, and if there were any specificities for remote work in Kenya for displaced persons. And I'm thinking about a couple of existing platforms. You mentioned Upwork, but some other platforms that were created to provide remote work opportunities for refugees, like Jobs for Humanity, for instance, or others. So I'm wondering what motivated you to create a new one, and what are the differences from the existing platform? That's the first question. And second question, if I have time, what's the strategy to bring on board some employers? Why would some employers go and publish some positions on this platform? Thank you. And I think you have 1 minute to answer because we're running a little bit out of time. Thank you, Sadiq.
Thank you, Lois. What motivated us to create new platform is that, since we started 2020, we have trained students from refugee communities. And after training, we have seen that the skill we offer to them, they are able to offer to global opportunities, as we have given or advocated for some work them to do, and they were able to successfully do for those clients. So we came to know that why we think to create this new platforms, that most of them refugee youths are not connected, or they have some problem to devise. So you can find, like, the time zone that they are applying for the job is daytime, and from the other world side, the time is different from them. So you will find a job is posted in PST here in Africa is in a daytime, while in the other side of the world is kind of like nighttime. So it's you will find the competition when the refugee applies. You will find the job is already posted, and it's kind of like failing to get more opportunities. So it's kind of like, for us, to the refugees, we wanted them to get more global opportunities, showcase to the world how refugees can transform companies. So we are here, like, trying to refugees to talk on business and work with companies around the world. So we are making it easy and simple for them to secure some jobs online in easy way and make their life sustainable.
Thank you, Sadiq. Back to you, Dominic.
There's one more question from here.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, colleagues, for a very nice and well-articulated presentation. I have actually 3 questions interlinked, but they're simple. The first one is, who are your global clients? If you could just give us a few names so we understand the extent of your project. And the second one is related to marketing and right outreach. Can you hear me?
Please try again.
I was trying to get a sense of your global clients that you mentioned, just to see the extent of your project, who you're working with, the partners. That'd be really interesting, I think, for everyone in the room to know. And then secondly, what is your marketing and outreach strategy, specifically to attract refugee talent? You're based in Kakuma, if I understood correctly. And I just want to know how you do it actually in the field. And then, of course, you said you have ambition beyond Kenya globally. So I would be really interested to see what are the thoughts, who you are partnering with, or whether you have any kind of technical platform or, I don't know, mechanisms that you use to identify clients and keep them in your circles. That's the second question. The third question is, what is your business model? How do you make money? Thank you so much.
Sadiq, any responses to those questions?
You're muted, Sadiq.
I'm sorry, we are in a team with Sadiq, and I didn't get the question very well because, you know, the person who was asking if someone could understand the question very clearly, he can take over, readdress the question so that we get it, and then we are possibly able to answer you. Thank you.
Okay, the third question was, okay, let's just do this randomly. First was, how do you attract talent, top talent in the refugee communities? Second is, what's your marketing strategy? And lastly, your business model. And also, which are the global clients that you're trying to attract? And what strategies are you using to get them on board?
Working together with Sadiki and Mebengo, maybe I will answer question number 2. How do you attract clients? As we said before, when clients will get access to our platform, you'll be able to see the skills we are offering, and also the accountability of the work we are able to do. But also the clients will get into discussion with the team itself, post the job on our platform, and they see if we are able to deliver that service. So it means we are sure that when the clients pass through our website, we'll be able to discover out the skills we have and the service we can deliver to the other clients. Thank you.
Okay, so let's close the session for you guys for now. Kindly just make me back the host so I can share the screen for the next.
Let's talk.
Dadaab room 2, please kindly make me the host.
Both of us.
Are we the hosts? Okay. Oh. Yeah. Dominic, you're the host?
Yes, thank you. Tech Dadaab, kindly be available. I'm just about to share my screen.
Okay, everyone. My name is Bashir Muhammad Hussein. I'm talking on behalf of Tech Dadaab. Tech Dadaab is a startup business which was created by a team of web developers from Dadaab this year, 26 February 2022. It was created to provide an e-commerce platform for small and medium-sized businesses in the refugee camp. That is a short history of our agency. So let me give to one of our colleagues to give us the challenge problem we have identified.
Okay, as a team, the problems we are targeting are unreliable markets for goods and services, lack of payment facilitation and delivery of product and services, lack of community awareness. And the solutions we came up with is to create a multi-vendor e-commerce website, which this website is gonna have a WooCommerce integration that enables the consumers to pay by M-Pesa or either by PayPal. We also believe that this is going to have a great impact on businesses. Since everyone with business idea or services to offer will have a platform to sell it. It's also going to create job opportunities for the youth who are going to work on delivering the goods to the buyers. Also, our e-commerce project, the problem we also have is community awareness. As a team, we are going to really work hard to inform the community that it's possible to have a website or where you can shop at comfort and get your goods delivered to you. We are also planning to advertise our website through social media like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp to drive more traffic to the site.
Okay, the impact that our solution will have on the community, on the business community, is that a lot of youth will get jobs by developing by developing websites. The other impact is that it also helps to promote the business, small businesses in the refugee camps. It's also creates a forum where freelancers come together and work together and earn an income and improve their livelihood. So that is the impact it will make after we successfully finish our project. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, any questions from Kakuma or Dadaab here in Nairobi? Anyone with a question? Okay.
I have, sorry, Dominic, I have just one, it's not really a question, it's more a remark. Thank you very much for the presentation again. It looks like you are two teams in Dadaab willing to create a new e-commerce platform. So I'm wondering within your work, if you've been thinking about how to work together and how you could work as well with ReEmar. Thank you.
Okay, as two teams which were created on this 2-day training, the DAP, we have a very large agency which is called the DAP Collective Agency, which we are all part of it. And training we get was a portion of it was the web design and development. We also offer other services, and this is part of a very small portion of it. And this team, they work on web design and development. Yeah.
Thank you. So after the event, because the pitch are very short, we'll be following up with you specifically and the teams willing to create new projects so that you can be linked together and work together because you have similar challenges and because you don't need to start from scratch to build such e-commerce platform. Thank you.
Welcome.
Back to you, Dominique.
So next we have, we'll be presenting from Nairobi, and I'm just going to share the screen shortly.
I can unplug it.
Yes. Yes. Hello, guys. My name is Jonas Blaisega. I'm a founder and also the head of Umoja Refugee. It's a CBO based in Nairobi. And one of the problems we've been facing is access to opportunities, to fundings, and later on, we come to be introduced to Reframe, which is a program that was developed by Dexter in collaboration or under Xavier in collaboration with Solidarity and YVC, so that this Reframe gives opportunities to RROs not only to be exposed, but also to be able to see opportunities or opportunities of fundings. Like donors can see when they go to the platform, they can see these CBOs or RROs. It is a platform that hosts RROs bit in East Africa, if I may say, because it's Uganda, Kenya, probably there was there's no more other countries that have joined yet. So we have been appreciable to see that there's this platform, but we have come to realize that there are a lot of bit of things that might be missing that would help it be more effective. Like when you go to where there's any Arero. For example, let's take, we click to Arero Umoja Refugee. Can we go back? For us, we would like to see it. You have the location and you have all the programs where you are focused on, but also would like to see a live chat or a direct email that will go to the contact person of the RRO so that the donor or the partnership potential or any person who would like to get in touch can do it immediately. That is not there. Can we go to what is there as when you go to the, yes, this is how it is presented. When you go to the RROs in the frame right now. Next will be, next please, a bit. Okay, maybe it's minimized, but we had added how it should look like, where there is this live chat, where it shows exactly after that. It looks like this actually, though it was not there seen. So you can click and talk to the direct person from the RRO. Yes, next, go to the resources repository. I will let my colleague to talk about it.
Thank you so much. My name is Tabitha Wangeshi, and I'm going to take you through the resource repository. We noticed that on the platform, we have a place for resources that IRLOs can use to enhance their implementation programs. First of all, we noticed that we had the first three. We have courses for capacity building, and also we have templates for proposal writing, work plans, log frames, and risk assessments and other information. But once you actually click on them, there's not much information. So we are really pushing for Reframe to add more information that can help the RLOs in the platform to know how to conduct their programs and to know how to run their the process. You can kindly go. So we have we added the last two. We have donor mapping and stakeholder mapping and more, and then creating a digital and social media presence and more. So for donor mapping, we figured out that we should have information provided to the RLOs on how to find, how to approach donors, how to locate them, where to find them, and also stakeholder mapping on how they can connect with the RLOs in the platform. And also for creating a digital and social media presence, we need to have information on the platform on how RLOs can create social media pages and also create a free website so that they can have social media presence. Thank you.
Yes, next, thank you. Can we go next? We conclude. Next, please. Yes, yes. So why did we suggest the changes? Looking at this platform, this is how it looks like when you open it. This is even looking at this profile picture, it looks like just people having a sport thing. It doesn't represent any refugee picture. And something else, this one is not mobile friendly. So next, this one we tried to do a screenshot of what we tried to develop as a new reframe. It is mobile friendly. You can crop it, or you can maybe restrain it and still have the menu to get to what you need to get to. And looking at that picture, also it can reflect refugees' conditions in camps and what it comes being a refugee there. And yes, within the time limitation, I would like to say that we have a lot of recommendations and suggestions that we would like to do. So to Dexter and Xavier, as you're looking at that, you'll be looking at this. We are ready as a team to contribute as people who understand really what it should be look like for us to be more represented in this platform. Thank you. Ask questions, please. Yes, there's a question here in Nairobi.
I have a question. I mean, first of all, brilliant idea. Briefly, put together. First, I'd like to just, thank Nigeria and the team that was behind it, because again, there's been a very huge gap as far as funding is concerned. And also, luckily that Jonas is a person who's been leading a CBO in Nairobi, a refugee-led organization. It is actually very interesting that you're having fun with this conversation. But now my comment would directly go to you or Xavier and the partners. I think just like I made another comment, we know very well that in order to win, a grant or win a winning proposal, the organizations that we would like to link need to have the capacity, right? Again, competition to compete favorably, right? The question is, in terms of putting it together, are we concerned about the capacity of the refugee-led organization to execute the projects that they intend to bid for? Let's begin with. Secondly, how then do we have a role that we play at the back end of it, okay, to have access or to help the donor team or community to know the existing organizations? Or for example, I don't know if I should maybe rephrase it. I have done this development before, and just in terms of going out to look for proposals. Do we have a way that on the Reframe platform, we have listed all, say, possible organizations that are targeting specific communities within the region? Or is it that we're just looking for whoever has an opening out there to, help people make the connections?
Another question. Wait, can we just, we are not, we might not be able to catch all of the questions at once. Let's go to this and then we go to next. So can we take it back to the resources repository? We got there to make it easier. So that's why we have this one, resources repository. Because in this capacity strengthening and sharing costs, that's where everything stands. So that's where, as not only the developer, but also the stakeholders as RLOs, we are to be given space in developing this kind of program of capacity building RLOs, so that we mention those things we feel like we don't have to be able to the first question, to be able to respond effectively to those opportunities of donors. And maybe, I don't know if you remember the second question, please.
To answer that, if I got it correct, I think there's no specific organization or rather connection to an organization to an location. For example, they are all scattered on the platform. Kenya, Uganda, I think it's across Africa. Are known across Africa, so it's not specific that Kenya we have this and this, Uganda we have this and this. They are all different. Yeah.
Perfect. Maybe just important to sort of do the geographical kind of clustering, so that it is easy and easily just to know, for example, if I just click region, click country, I know that in Kenya, if I want to look at areas, this is the drop list, and these are the areas that they're targeting in terms of the metric areas, and how, whether they will really create the need that I want to have as I don't know, organization.
Yeah, actually, that's a good observation, because we made that recommendation as a solution beforehand, but we had to tone down our solution so that our presentation can be short, but we definitely have that at the back of our
Actually, to add on that is that when you go and search on the Reframe, so if you are a donor, like you search Umoja, so anything to do with health will come. Those who deal with health, those who deal with education. So me, what I wanted to ask is that what if you include like a rating battle that this organization is full, has registration and everything. So okay, for it to be put on the website, what do you consider? Is it that you have the registration, is it that you have the personnel from what you have seen? What is it?
Okay, as the title entails, refugee-led organization. So we are on the platform. If that answers your question.
Yeah, and maybe if I may add something, I would say that also all RROs should be given access to this platform, but RROs also have a work in the backside to do, because you are not expecting to be on the platform and you don't have structures, you don't have anything, and like in the air, just an arrow in the air or in the pocket of someone because of just a certificate, and you say you want to be here and you have the funds and everything. That's clear, and I think that such persons, we should get back to ourselves. And if I'm here, maybe I look for a reframe. For me, what I would look for me in a frame is not those main things that I have to do myself, but those things that I can't do is what Reframe can help me in this blog of capacity build strengthening as an arrow, but not those things I have to do myself to make it like as an arrow that is ready to work globally or even cooperating with others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if you didn't know, that's wonderful.
I wanted to add on the point of what do you look for when it comes to having profiles there. Usually, before a refugee organization uploads their profile there, we approve it first. So we do a quick search, like there are like some pending when you log in. I'm coming from an internet. So when you log in, there are like profiles that need approving, but before you approve, first of all, you need to like do a quick search. And then to comment on the photo that you guys are concerned about, that is actually a photo of one of our refugee RLO partner called Tomorrow Vijana. We wanted to show, we don't want to show problems because you know that these are powerful organizations that they have the potential and the power to solve the problems in their community. So it shows unity, it shows togetherness, and that's why we use that particular photo.
Yes, thank you very much for that. And I would like to comment to what we presented yesterday. We said that in this profile picture, there should be a sliding of different, like the first page should be a sliding of many photos from different arrows. That it will make that those arrows feel like we are included, we are represented. But only the picture there makes this one arrow feel like they are the best among others. Yes, that's true. So that's why all arrows should be having like they have, because you have the when you go to the platform, you will see there is a gallery for each and every arrow. So you should pick from the gallery, maybe one or two, maybe even one, it's enough, because there are a lot of arrows, and then you have a slide on the page that is there, but it's a standing profile that has only one picture, and you are like, how did you even think to choose one picture from this kind of particular? Sorry for my English. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the team who presented. I'm going to be the timekeeper from now on, be conscious of time, and there are several teams who are left to present from Kakuma. So Dominique, over to you to call the next team, and I'll make sure that we stick to the 4-minute presentation and 1-minute Q&A. We know that it's short, but it's also a good exercise. And we really encourage to have offline conversation afterwards. And again, we'll be following up with detailed feedback on each of the presentations. So thank you so much for the time that you took and the energy you've been bringing to those solutions. Back to you, Dominique. Over to Lift Me Up Foundation. You do have 4 minutes to present. Thank you. Abri, I invite you to call the representatives of the Lift Me Up Foundation. Welcome, over to you.
I'm a founder of Lift Me Up Foundation. This is an organization established in 2019, December. The aim was to join hands with humanitarian agencies and solve some problems that have been affecting refugees in Kakuma and Kalbaye. Our office is located in Kakuma 1, Zone 4, next to Hong Kong market. I will just give a summary of our mission. The mission of the CBO of project is sharpen and strengthen the economic empowerment of the most vulnerable families. And we have two major activities that we are supporting. The first one, to provide our beneficiaries with entrepreneurial skills to enable them to establish their own small-scale businesses so that they can be able to generate their income. The second one is to encourage with the financial support, provision of skill, and equip them for the production of vegetables. So what we've done so far, we have introduced agro-technology along a stream for Laga. It's a small river that we normally do some farming, and we use a hydroelectric machine to farm water from the well and stream so that we can do some irrigation. Currently, we have seen taking people or exposing people to technology is quite difficult. We have come up with a project, a small program within our project. It's been Inform, Transform Mentorship Program. That's the current program we are doing, the camps. And I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher by profession. That's why I want to orient them so that they can have some mentorships. When they are well equipped, they will be able to do some setup of. And the problem statement that we identified, having been a teacher for 4 years, of the learners or 90 of the students get poor performance with grades them anywhere, and that makes them to see their lives like that, because the grade cannot enable them to get jobs, employment, nor it can let them to go to universities.
2 minutes left. Thank you.
Violent night attacks and robberies and creating conflict during inter-community function. So that is the result of them when they have problems, when they don't have accessibility of education, they indulge themselves in side activities. Our goal So informed transform management is designed to teach, enlighten, inspire, equip, and empower refugees and asylum seekers youth in relevant information to help them for their own self-employment. The objectives are to help the student to reduce the ill behaviors whereby they indulge themselves in fighting and drug abuses. We are also develop the mentees learn, growth, and improve their leadership skill. When you become a responsible person, you will now know what to do. When you are later exposed to technology, you could be able to pursue your life well. Equip them with entrepreneurial skill or business startup and growth. Equip them with digital literacy skills such as programming languages. And I'm the one who will be offering because I'm a software engineering programmer. We have the core values. You have seen our core values, the positive and the negative one. The positive one are we like volunteerism, transparency, humanity, accountability, inclusiveness. We also have the values that we want to do away with them, like inequality, corruption, discrimination that is being practiced between the refugees and the host community. Potential problems that we want to reduce the high poverty among refugees, and this will be through entrepreneurial skill. We want to facilitate training, education, action for vulnerable. We also want to enhance life skill training, help them to cater for their own life. We also want to offer vocational training, like now I'm good in software and also in Microsoft, I will be able to take them through that computer application. And some of my colleagues will also be taking them through agricultural technical skill. And we have got one person with our coordinator is also having skill in designing process. He will also be doing that as we categorize the work vision according to every individual responsibility.
Thank you.
So
you have 30 seconds for the conclusion, if you like.
Yes, we have problems.
Maybe you can have the questions.
Peter Chan, thank you very much for your presentation about the Lift Me Up Foundation. I have a question related to how the Lift Me Up Foundation and Reframe could work together, as it seems that it is a refugee-led organization empowering asylum seekers and refugees within Kakuma around different areas of technology. So you mentioned the digital literacy skills, but also the agro technologies that you're putting in place with the hydraulic system in the camp. I'm wondering what is your main need in terms of technology to scale your project and how you could work with Reframe. Thank you.
Yeah, like things to do with technology that are being taken as they are kind of heavy work. When you tell a learner or a student to engage himself or herself in technology, he thinks that they are difficult, and it's because the way they perceive the life. When they are first oriented about life, they will be able to have positive attitude toward technology. And that's why we can later offer them computer application skill in helping them to be able to know about technology. I will basically start up the programming languages that will help them to be working online and meet other people on the global.
Okay, thank you. So if I understand properly, you're looking for content access on technical skills, but also like a platform to connect mentors and individuals from your community.
Pardon?
So if I understood correctly, you're looking for access to content on digital literacy. That's what could help with Lift Me Up Foundation. And you're also looking for connection for your mentoring program to support the youth that you're helping.
Okay. The program is just to mentor them first about life, in the real lives or the real world life situation. When they later understand the suite of the education, we can advise them to enroll in our programs, that is ICT. Then they would be able to pursue them and get some skill there. So that's how they relate it. We want to give mentorship. After mentorship, we can now offer them the skill.
Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Dominic, for the next team. Thank you.
Abri, we'll go for the Yoma project.
Yes. Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, Samuel Benja, you do have 4 minutes to present. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm presenting ReEmar, which is an e-commerce platform. Let me start with the problems that we are going to solve. As we all know that refugees are restricted to move out of the camp due to the security issues, but also due to their protection matters. And this one affects the scale up of the business, because most of the businesses we are having in Kakuma and Kalube settlement are coming out of the camp, but also the products made in the camp, they are not scaling up due to lack of the channel that can help the product made in the camp to be known or to reach more people, while the potential market in Kakuma and Kalube settlement is very limited. And also, if we can go back to the capital of our traders, due to the expenses of transport, their capital is very low, and it affects their scale up of business, because most of the expenses it's based on the transport. Yeah, if I can go to the solution now, as a social entrepreneurs, we can go to the next slide, Andy. As a social entrepreneurs, we came up with a platform called ReEmar, which is going to connect both suppliers out of the camp and business people within the camp, but also to connect business people with the consumers within the camp. And this is because, as I said, instead of spending the transport going from maybe to Nairobi to Kita to get goods, you can just connect to the platform. Then you can just connect to the platform. You will discuss with the supplier who is outside the camp, and your goods will reach you in Kakuma and save the transport fees. But also the goods which we have in the camp can easily reach to everyone wherever he is in the corners of the camp without a lot of requirements. Yeah. About the value proposition of the platform. The platform will be very easy to access, but also we have the community engagement, as the idea came from the community after gathering the community meetings and hearing the problem from the business people locally here. But also another value proposition is the job creation, as we are going to engage digital marketers and also website developers. Another value proposition is that economic growth, reduction of family and business expenses, but also scaling up of business and their products. About the impact, yes, about the impacts also, we have job creation, we have economic integration, as refugees and the host community are going to work together. We have reductions of poverty, we have empowerment of refugees, and we have self-reliance for resilience. In this program, we need some resources like internet connectivity, we need computers, we need labor who are web developers, managers, and social media marketers. We need a hub whereby people can be accessing the services, but also we can be capable to solve some technical issues.
we need power kits and fund for start administration, but also the capacity strengthening of the team, because we will not still be engaging software developers. If we have skill, it can help us to conserve some funds. About the partners, we have classified the partners in 3 classes. First one, we have UNHCR, BCA, we have GIZ-AC and Techfugees for funds. They can help us with funds. Startup will help us with digital marketers. We have NRC, we have Samuel Hall, we have TRS, we have Window Trust International, and also Techfugees for physical space and also technical support. So far, we have taken some steps, which first of all, we have done the research and to realize the need in the market. We have also engaged the software developer, but also we have engaged the community leaders to understand how it works. Our team value is ReEmar use the democracy team, the democracy procedure for decision making, but also we use quality and equity gender representation in the team, and experience in community development and also empowerment.
You have 30 seconds left for the conclusion.
We can go to the last another. Yeah, about the budgets, our budgets will go up to 250,000 Kenya shilling. As everywhere in the corner of the country, we shall have an agent who will facilitate some traders who doesn't have access to digital literacy to facilitate them to make some orders and also to purchase their products online. Thank you so much, and I will be grateful for any question.
Thank you, Samuel. And sorry for interrupting, but I'm just conscious of time. I do have a question, and then I'll leave it to the rest of the participants. I saw that you mentioned different criteria for the platform that you're trying to build. I was wondering at what stage of the platform you're at. Do you have a prototype yet? Or are you willing to create one in the coming weeks, month? What's your calendar? Thank you.
Thank you so much. As I said already, we have already engaged the software developer. It means already we have given him the idea already, and he has sent already us the blueprint, which is the guide how he's going to design the projects, which we have, and we can still share it through emails. Yes.
Thank you. Back to you, Dominique.
We'll have the next project from TurkanaVoices to just present. I'm going to share my screen just shortly.
Excuse me, Dominic. Hello.
Hello. We can hear you.
Yes, yes, David shared a PDF. He's requesting for that PDF. Can I check your email?
Have you shared the PDF yet with Dominique?
PDF? Yes.
Okay, give us, maybe you can reshare, Dominique, share this email in the chat, dominique@techfugees.com. All right. What is the name of your project? TurkanaVoices?
I know this.
If you go back to your emails, Dominique, I saw the PDF presentation. Give us one moment. Thank you for your patience.
Luis, there's no other one.
Okay, so to the TurkanaVoices team, can you send again to Dominique, DOMINIC at techfugees.com, the PDF version? Thank you.
Give us a minute to share.
Okay, thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Dominic. I think there is one pending project from Dadaab.
Which one?
Project from I sent you
the Design Spring project.
Yes.
I don't see it on my email. What was the email you sent through?
Dominic at
No, the one you used.
So salimfaris15@gmail.com.
Salim.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Why should I resend it again?
Please do. The email is on the chat.
Okay.
Dominic at Techfugees.
I did that already. I sent that one to Dominic at techfugees.com. Let me forward it again.
And maybe, Dominique, if it's not received, you can check the spam. Sometimes it happens there. And for everyone's information, so we have one project left in Kakuma, TurkanaVoices, one project left in Dadaab, and one project left in Nairobi. And then we would have seen all the teams pitching.
Hello, Dominic. Can you check on the email you received 2 hours from Kakuma? Dominic, can you confirm if you received
project on TurkanaVoices?
Yes.
Is it the one for TurkanaVoices?
Yes, just shared right now.
Are you seeing the screen? Is this the one?
This is the one, but the PDF version that you should have received by email, Dominique.
No.
Yeah. I think that's the one.
Not this. It's the one. Oh, it is the one.
It's the one. Yeah, it's the one. I get download direct.
Yes, that is it.
Dominic, the team from Dadaab are going home. The space that we're doing where we're doing the sprints. Is there any other, like, is there any that you can send it to me so that at least I can come in when I reach, where I was staying.
Hello, Dominic. Hello, Dominic. Are we set to go?
Is there any project presenting on your side? If there's no, then you're free to leave.
Yes. There's none left. There's none left apart from this.
Dominique, I think that since the PDF from TurkanaVoices is shared and visible on the screen, maybe they can start presenting, if that's okay with the TurkanaVoices team.
Hello, Dominic. Can I proceed?
Yes, please.
All right, you do have 4 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Before you is TurkanaVoices. Shortly, TurkanaVoices is a CBO, a community-based organization that started in 2010. And we work majorly on the computer training project and TurkanaVoices magazine that looks forward to drive community engagements and getting their voices heard through the art of digital storytelling using the magazine. The target group are refugees, host communities, and the students, especially the girls in the local secondary schools. Again, we have income generating activities for our trainees. That is computer trainings, t-shirt printings, and design. We have other activities that we normally carry, that is cyber camps, magazine content and article writing. Therefore, all these trainings are there to enhance the capacity of our host community members and the refugees and students to acquire jobs seeking skills. TurkanaVoices require the support in the design and the content for digital communication. One, recruit our target audience, that is the refugees, the host community members, and the students in our project, Then support to promote the benefits of computer skills and our business, and also to the social progress of our trainees. And then the third one is to develop online presence of TurkanaVoices digital magazine. And short in summary, that is a single model of what we require. One, to understand the project objective. And then we have to identify the client expectation, that is on the content and design.
2 minutes left.
Sorry?
You have 2 minutes left, so I encourage you to go straight to the point. Thank you very much.
Let Dominic go from. Then we have our team dynamic. Why did you come for them? To learn and get know about the digital sprint and network with other teams participating in the sprint, and also to get technical support on the digital projects that we want to carry out. Then what motivates us is the desire to work with the community, desire to be agent of change and make positive social impact. Potential problems and gaps. So we have poor network reach and coverage in some of project side, financial constraint of support to support computer project, and TurkanaVoices magazine project, resources or technical support for developing online presence of TurkanaVoices magazine, then need for fabricated containers for computer lab to facilitate computer trainings. Then we're also lacking lack of digital communication strategy. Dominic, potential solutions, setting up a student and community computer labs or apps with internet access for facilitating digital literacy trainings, setting up online presence of TurkanaVoices digital magazine. We are also envisioning to link our trainees with the internship and provide entrepreneurship skills, job seeking, and also to train our trainees to start up their own business enterprises.
And you have 30 seconds to conclude about the work and what you did during the sprint. Thank you very much.
Sorry?
You have, unfortunately, 30 seconds to continue and to conclude with what you have been working on during the sprint and your message to the other participants and the partners.
Okay.
Thank you.
As TurkanaVoices, we are majorly looking at how we can build our magazine so that at least we are able to share stories on on the stories from development partners and even the refugee-led organization stories, and even the stories that are benefit to the community. And as you see, we already have printouts of a magazine that we normally share twice a year, after every 6 months. And we want now to transition to have our online presence so that at least we expand the audience to national, global, at least so that the TurkanaVoices is able to be visible to other partners, to other development organizations that are willing maybe to see what is happening in Turkana. Because as TurkanaVoices, we do share stories at the county level and even at the sub-county level and even at the grassroots level at the community. And
thank you very much. The time is over, but we'll continue. Thank you very much for the presentation. We know it's short, but there are 2 more teams to go. We do have access to the presentation and we'll share the detailed feedback as well after the end of the presentation. Back to you, Dominique. We have 2 teams left to go, and we'll close and invite the UNHCR and Techfugees team for the closing remarks. And we have also some announcement to make. So I would call Dominique, if that's okay for you, the design spring project from the DAB, if you've received. Oh, okay. Dominique, I'll let you introduce the team then. Thank you.
So we have the team from Nairobi, who will be the last team from Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're just about to go.
Yes, I
Hello everyone, my name is Juliet Afide.
My name is Advocacy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Techfugees. I'm a local trader at a market in Rivera, Toy Market, and I'm here to support ReEmar in terms of e-commerce.
My name is Advocacy. I'm a student in Mount Kenya University. And I did in computer and electronic system.
Hello, my name is Pascal. I'm a full stack web developer and yeah, from Techfugees, and I'm also part of this team.
So we are here to present what we've been working on from yesterday, and we are working with ReEmar, and ReEmar is an initiative in Kakuma, 1, 2, and 3 refugee camps, and Kanau, and they have a problem whereby they want to help see if they can help the traders who are based in the communities that they're in. So one of the problems, they have 3 personas. This is ReEmar as the initiative. Then we also have the sellers, and we also have the buyers. So we find that the 3 of them have something in common, whereby they all need to work together in order to be able to not only sell, buy, but also link one another in a platform that will bring them together. So we've seen that they have products, like you can see on the pictures, and these products need to be sold, but then they need a platform that can help them link the buyers and sellers to the market. So for the rest, Abdul can help us.
Yeah, thank you. So we have a small journey of the user, seller journey, buyer's journey, and the admin journey. So for the buyer's journey, as you can see here, we have the ReEmar as the initiative company here. We will be the backend of the platform. So the buyers here, they just order for goods or services that are provided in the platform. And when they order, they can, and pay for the product, they can wait for a call from the seller or the company, the owners of the platform, ReEmar, so that they follow up their service. And after that, the product is delivered. So that's the user buyer's journey. So we have here the seller's journey. The seller's journey, we have to log in into the platform, that's reemar.com. So they register. There's a registration process in which they just, for the past few months or a year, they just pay a simple amount of fee so that they can continue uploading their products in the platform. So here, the next step, they upload services and platforms. Then they wait for approval by the ReEmar company and on the platform. Well, once they are approved, they continue uploading their products on the platform. So for the admin journey, the ReEmar, they just have to log in with their email or Google account into the platform, and they can access to the platform. They can also add, remove, and approve the users, the buyers or the sellers, and also track orders while they are being delivered, and also they make sure that the buyers receive the goods they ordered. So let me introduce Dominic to take us through the platform.
Thank you. You do have 2 minutes left to present the platform and conclude. 2 minutes left. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. So very quickly, this is the demo presentation we've come up with. And as you can see, this is the main page. Some few services here. We don't have much at the moment. So after landing on the page, the first thing you have some few services product that you're having, okay? And then you can just view more products, okay? View more products where it's also going to, explain in more details, the product that we have in store, okay? Like for instance, let me say we have the kitenge there that you want to get, like you want to buy. So you'll have to go through a step. It will take you to this page whereby you have to order the product. So It will get you through these steps whereby you fill this form, select the product that you want. Okay. Every product that we have is actually here. You select which one you want, and then you fill. After filling, the person, the back hand side, you will get a notification that this person from this particular place is looking for this service. It will also ask you for where the product will be delivered to. Okay. So
1 minute left.
Okay. Now, that's it actually. Okay, so the seller now, the person trying to, producing some goods, will have to come also request for an approval. There's some few things and product that he has to indicate. For instance, the product name, price, where is it located? For instance, if it's in Kakuma, Kalome, where it's produced, okay? And also upload some information like a picture or anything that explains the product. Then the admin will get the content, and then also approve or disapprove, and then reach out to the person, the producers. Lastly, the platform also allows you, sorry, can I move this? Yeah, the platform also have a feature for help. It's just, how can I move this? Okay, an help section whereby you can get immediate help from the platform by using a kind of a robot assistance, which is here down. You just click there and ask for help. For instance, like, let me say, you have been sent a product, but you haven't received. You just click on there. You communicate with the admin section, and then they will follow up and track your product. Yeah.
Thank you. 30 seconds for the conclusion.
Lastly, very quickly, the product, the site is completely responsive. It can work on a mobile desktop application anywhere, and it's easy to convert it, to be converted into an app. And also, yeah, simple.
So basically, we've created this website or platform in order to link them so that they can have an easy access in terms of buying products that they have seen online, and also linking them with most of the people in the camps, refugee camps. They have access to mobile phones, of which it's very easy to use, and they are prompt. You can follow the prompts and be able to follow up what you want to do through the form. And then the best part of it is as much as all the refugees are displaced in terms of business, they are not. And this is because the world is a digital, the world has gone digital, and with the technology, the world is the marketplace. So they won't be able to feel that they can't sell what they have, and they'll be able to retain the artistic designs or features that they had in their countries, and they can still do them and sell them to the local community and the world at large. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Really great presentation, and especially thank you because you also not just for the partners to know, but you helped us also show the prototype of how to create a website, which have also helped other ILOs. So bravo, thank you again. I have one question, because clearly you have the capacity to create a website and create a platform in order to sell products online. But if you look at, if you do a bit of competition research, you have the Amazon marketplace. So my question is, how do you plan to deal with Amazon marketplace? Like, would you like to partner with them and use their services, because your service is replicating a bit what Amazon marketplace is already doing? Now I know there's always the conversation about what is the mainstream for the refugee market, but is there any idea of how you could integrate them, for example, in what we're building?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yes, of course. As we are thinking of the bigger picture of the project, okay, so at some point we might need to have these guys with us together. Like, this is a smaller project, okay? Yeah. And we're thinking of selling the goods, the services that we're providing in the ground everywhere. Okay, so by having the other guys, which is the Amazons together, maybe that can allow us our products reaches places that we couldn't deliver by ourselves. Yeah.
I have a question. Before the question, a few observations. One, a beautiful picture in the team. I remember initially when I was having a conversation with my friend over there, and they had asked me, for example, if somebody wanted to participate, how would they, know how they do the criteria? It's only a refugee affair kind of conversation and gathering. And I think the answer is in this team. There's a team that has brought together members of the host community of Kenya, or Kenyan, 2 Kenyans, right? And 1 refugee. Actually 3. 2 refugees are Kenyan. And then secondly, a very beautiful mashup of age, in terms of, I think this is the first time in my years of participating in hackathons and video sprints to find somebody in our age that is really enthusiastic about and motivated to join young people like this 2 gentlemen to contribute to the conversation, jointly finding solutions for refugees. I think that's a very laudable and a very beautiful picture. Now, to my question, having worked in the space of displacement and migration, I understand the challenges that come with being in camp. One, distance. 2, transport in terms of delivery of goods and services. Now, for example, first question, this solution that we're developing, what is the scope? Is it only meant for refugees or other buyers and sellers within the camp setup? Or do you also intend, for example, have it open up to other people in different parts of Kenya, for example? Assuming I'm in Kisumu or I'm in Nairobi, I have seen a beautiful, design of whatever it is on the website. I've placed my order and, I want to get it in 3 days or whatever time frame. How then are we going to also beat the aspect of transportation challenges, but at the end of the day, then we have opened the market scope to reach people who are able to get whatever, services we have on the platform. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your question. In terms of logistics, we have worked on it, and we thought of working with the local community first, so as to be able to learn their strengths and weaknesses. And then once we feel that they are more able to take on the outside market, then we can widen out. And we can widen out by linking up with maybe the transport couriers which are available at the moment, and also be able to, we are not localizing it as such, but then because of the website, once you have a website that is well detailed, that is or has good pictorial content, then it means that you are ready to work even as far as abroad. But then we also thought of starting small so that we know where to improve on in terms of failures, and then enlarging our capacity when we've seen that we've worked on our failures. And the best part of it is that if we are also learning from the mentors available, people who are already doing that, and we've had a lot of mentors talk about that. We are learning from them, and also we just want to give them the dignity, the confidence to be able to tackle the work.
Thank you, Juliet. And that I'm sorry to interrupt. This will be the last comment, and then we need to go to the last team speech. But I invite you to continue discussing as you're both in Nairobi at Samuel Hall. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like this last comment.
Okay, sorry. Before you finish, just to add something to what she said. So, as you can see on the site, most of the things are people's made and made locally, okay, from the background of the refugees. Okay, so and we're thinking of having some products that, you know, those people who are not having access to, you know, digital products, I mean, market also, and also, you know, the people who can get or see what they're doing. Okay, and also it's kind of a passive income. Huh? Not passive income in general, but a way for them to make money. Okay. Let's take an example of the other. If you can just return the disclaimers, the things that are, for example.
And again, I'm conscious of the timekeeping. So you have like only 1 minute to present, and then I encourage to have offline discussions. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So like the 3D printing stuff, okay, it's an organization, a community-based organization that is making, okay? And also, yeah, sorry, the baskets that are there, those are people like mothers and mothers at home that are making it. And by just making this, having access to a market that will enable them to make a little money at least to sustain the families and all these things. So we are thinking to start small, then later on maybe can add some other people that are making their things also locally that can sell online.
Okay. And my final comment, you can in 30 seconds. My final comment. I think also within the spirit of inclusivity, as already shown in your composition of personal group, I think start thinking about, for example, how then do we get awareness around the platform in a way that even the host communities beyond Kakuma are aware. Designing a website and making it as glossy or as beautiful as make it really is not a big deal. We have so many beautiful websites that no one knows about. People don't know about. So how can we go beyond putting together these beautiful tutorials and ensuring that beyond the camps, members of the community, the host communities beyond, in other camps are aware of what we want to do.
Yeah, that's a very good thing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm giving back the mic to Dominique, and thank you for this great presentation. To welcome the last team from Dadaab, from which we've received as well the presentation. So over to you. You have 4 minutes to present, and then we'll move, as we have to go towards the end of this event, to the final word and thank you notes. Thank you.
Okay, I would like you to maybe like share the slides. We are solving the problem presented to us by Fit4Purpose, and they wanted a platform that's curated for displaced and refugee persons with basic technical tools to find remote working opportunities. Next. So what some of the opportunities that we thought maybe like, or some of the problems that we identified was, first of all, like people, especially the skill, the people who are trained were lacking experiences. And also like they're unable to maybe like, normally they're unable to access internships or maybe like any other apprenticeship, like beyond the camps. So because of this, they're unable to maybe like access that. They're unable, like that becomes a problem. Kindly, will you please stabilize that? Hello, Dominic. Okay. So the other one is, like that aspect that we discovered is like lack of proper infrastructure. So normally they don't have workspaces or maybe like places whereby they can go to work, or maybe like they don't have their own laptops. And like they had issues, even if they're given some like jobs in Upwork, they're unable to maybe complete that due to certain problems that they're facing, either power, lack of power, shortage of power, lack of internet facilities and computers and stuff. The other one is maybe the time difference. Sometimes sometimes they're expected to work on, to maybe like work on deadlines, and that can, like present some problems. Some clients ask you to work in under 1 hour to present a certain project, or maybe in within 24 hours, and maybe these can, can coincide with, like with when you're supposed to rest at home, or maybe when the other places that you're going for internet are not open. Next slide, please. So the solution that we propose is, like we build a mobile app platforms that focuses on hiring skilled individuals by matching them with relevant projects from diverse clients. This is to say that, kind of like, what Gebea, what I think something similar a company called Gebea is doing, whereby, like people are assessed not because of their experience, but because of their skills. And if they go through the assessment, they're scheduled for interviews, and then these interviews can, like solidify the fact that the credibility, and that way they can be matched to relevant, like work relevant work. Maybe like they can start from junior roles, and then they can grow from there. The other one is, like by forming partnerships. The platform also allows, like partnerships with with bigger companies who are, like short of talented, talents who are looking for, like who are doing talent acquisition.
2 minutes left. Okay.
The goal of the platform is to not only solve the employment issues, but become instrumental in building, like the hub centers for the skilled freelancers. So our value proposition is to give, like guaranteed relevant work opportunities by, like just onboarding the people who are skilled enough to take part in those projects. Also by giving them continued professional support, professional development. The other one is, like workspace availability for members. Please go ahead. Next. So competitors, as I mentioned, Gebea is one of the competitors, and they have presence in Kenya, US, and UK, and they have been operating for years now. So when you're developing the project, this is what we came up. So this is how we approach the problem by identifying the opportunities, and like how can we convince the client to offer jobs, and like how they can figure out if a user is competent enough, and like those are some of the like things that you're considering. Next, please. The other one. So the storyboards that we are coming up with generally looks at the bigger picture, which is like when a freelancer normally struggles to find a job, like in Upwork, and they can't, and the competition is too tough, then they can easily relax and like join the platform, like and create their profile, go through the assessment and the interviews. After that, they can be easily matched with like relevant work, relevant work that they can do. Go ahead.
You have less than a minute, Salim, to conclude. So pick carefully the slide that you want to present. Thank you.
Okay, I think we go to the big one. Is that fine, Salim?
Okay, go ahead. I think the last one is the prototype side, explanation of the prototype. Maybe, although the time was very limited, but this is what I could come up with. You can touch the sign up. For the sign up, we want, like we want to show that there is there's supposed to be a drop down that shows differentiates the different phases of the platform for clients, for freelancers, for skilled refugees, and also like for partners. Then if you create your account, you can easily log in. Go ahead and please press login. From there, you go to the market especially for people, like for clients or for partners, so they can easily see the people who are available on the market. Go ahead and press, like the icon, and if If you are matched, you can easily talk to the people. You can also initiate a conversation, and from there you can. Is getting okay. So basically, this is what I developed. I'm sorry, I lost the initial design that we designed. So this the only thing I could make up for the shortest time that I had before like the presentation. But that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Salim. And
for the last few remarks, I think the idea that we had for this to be this project to be successful was to develop, you know, like the platform in a way that, you know, it has 3 phases whereby they can partner up with the Fit4Purpose can have a partnership with you know, like different companies who are looking for talents, and they can, you know, like fill the gap, or because right now most of the companies are coming to Africa, and, you know, like they're looking for those talents. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Salim.
Yeah.
And we know how short sprints can be, so congratulations for doing this this mock-up on Figma, and we understand the potential that it can have with the more time as well. So thank you for the presentation, and I would like to thank all the teams who participated to this sprint. So we had 12 teams pitching. We have been running a little bit late, but there were a lot of interesting questions and interesting presentation. I would like to ask Dominique maybe to make me a host so that we can go to the last thank you notes and announcement.
I think you're already the host.
All right. Then can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would like to thank everybody who took part in this event. It was the first of its kind, and we know that it was short and there were a lot of different things to do. We have had more than 30 persons, 130 persons participating and registering to the event, with about 80 persons on site in Nairobi, in Kakuma, and in Dadaab. I would like, before going to the thank you note, to invite our partners who helped organizing this event. I think that Sabor is still in Samuel's room. So Sabor, if you would like to say a few words about this event and about what you've been seeing from a Nairobi perspective as well, and go ahead, and I'll take over right after. Thank you.
Indeed, you could not hear me yet. Thank you very much, Luis, and thank you, colleagues. I mean, we're coming to the end of this event. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of go back a little bit in history in closing for the event. I mean, I'm very new to UNHCR, but when I came in, I was in touch with our team, and we had this discussion on the very important digital economy and opportunities that it presents for refugees and our people of concern, including host communities. And I think there's a very big recognition at UNHCR that indeed the digital economy does offer potential for the refugees and the host communities in Kenya and the camps and in urban areas. And we're very excited to actually partner with you at Techfugees, Yoma Project, NRC, and both of the locations in Kakuma and Dadaab, and also Samuel Hall here in Nairobi. So yeah, we are very happy to see this event unfolding over the past 2 days. I know it's a weekend and everybody kind of worked really hard to produce all the products, all the innovations, all the good ideas that we have been hearing during the pitches over the past, I guess, couple of hours or so. So yeah, very, very happy from UNHCR side that this is happening. And I do want to acknowledge all the hard work. And importantly, of course, thanks to all the participants, the sprinters for working so hard and coming up with solutions. A few observations from my side. I listened intently and I could see some really good technical ideas coming out from all the different working groups. Very concrete, very kind of tailored to the needs of the client organizations. It represents a lot of hard work, but there are also some missing parts. And those missing parts, me being a livelihoods person, was really related to the livelihoods and the business side of things. And this is a bit kind of expected. Of course, today's event being a digital sprint would give us an idea to really focus on the technical issue at hand. But it's also an opportunity to kind of think about, okay, how are we going to turn those ideas into reality? And that would mean, of course, for some of these ideas, working closely with the host projects. And in some cases, I'm hoping that some of the participants would go on to form, business groups, so to speak, come up with business plans. There's also, an aspect of access to finance if we're going to set up a consulting firm, so to speak. One of these ideas that we discussed, for example, how to operationalize that. And then also look at partnerships. And so that's where kind of UNHCR comes in as a catalytic agent to help the participants kind of grow and become independent professionals. So I guess I shouldn't take this, make it too long, but in terms of way forward, we're very interested to follow the conversation, to see where this is going. We're interested to see, what are the lessons learned. Of course, we'll have follow-up conversations amongst ourselves to kind of digest and take some lessons learned and strategize moving forward. So let me stop here. And once again, thank you everyone around the room and also colleagues who are online for being part of this event. We are very happy that this happened and we're looking forward to continued collaboration. Thank you so much. Very well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabor. And I'm going to share a couple of thoughts as well. There are a lot of persons to be thanked for this event. This event is 2 days. So the objective was to address the lack of employment opportunities for refugees in Kenya with refugees and asylum seekers who are based in Kenya. It's only a start. In 2 days, what is important is the network that is being created, the relationship that are starting, but also the awareness raising of existing solutions that need help and support and technical support to scale. Technical support is not the only thing, as Sabor reminded. There's also like a lot of reflection to have around how a technical project can be sustainable. And we are also here to support. So I wanted to share a couple of pictures that were shot during the events. It's the first time since the pandemic that we've been running such a big event, bringing people on site together. So it's quite important for us as well. And it was really important to have the different locations and to have some participant and team members from Kakuma and the DAB as well. A huge thank to the NRC in those 2 locations who has been very helpful in organizing this event. There has been a lot of different projects that came out of the sprint. Some content, social media, logo, graphism, some ideas that were, I think, really useful for the 4 guest organizations. But we've also seen some new projects, seeing the Day of Light, and some entrepreneurial willingness to start new project, being inspired from the different conversation that you might have with the mentors, the speakers, the guest project, but also like there might be some old ideas that you want to bring to life. So I have a couple of things to announce. One of the things that we decided to do for this event is organizing a computer lottery. So the goal, the main objective of this event is to facilitate the access for refugees and asylum seekers to income generating opportunities in the digital economy. And we know, and we've seen as well with internet challenges during the event, that one of the main barriers to entry is the working environment itself. So having funds to pay for data, having devices, and that's one of the challenges that we wanted to address. So we've been partnering with an organization called Close the Gap to secure computers for the guest project and some sprinters who have a refugee status. So we are organizing a lottery, and each of the 4 projects will receive 2 computers who are now in Nairobi. Some participants will get the chance as well to win a computer. So the model, I've added it here. It's a Fujitsu Livebook with a Core i3. They're like great computers, and the objective is to continue the link and increase the link between the sprinters and the guest project. What we've seen within Techfugees and within our work is that the ecosystem and engaging with an ecosystem rather than just a project is what really matters to make things change. There is room for a lot of social innovation and a lot of new projects, but it's important that people get connected to each other so that they're not doing the same mistakes and they're not starting from scratch. How to participate in the lottery is very simple. So all the sprinters and participants to the event will receive this week a feedback survey post-event, and there will be a section available for participating to the lottery for the 10 computers. A few conditions: having a refugee status and not owning a computer. So we want to make sure that the computers are well used. And we are looking at people who are willing to continue their work. We've seen a lot of great enthusiasm and energy, so I'm sure that there will be a lot of applicants for this. We're looking at having people who commit to spend 1 hour per week, meaning half a day per month, to support the 4 guest project organizations. So Reframe, ReEmar, TurkanaVoices, and Fitforpurpose. The computers lottery is not the only thing that is going to happen after the event, obviously. So we are continuing to get in touch with the 4 guest project and to measure the impact of the sprint on those projects at month +3, month +6, and year +1 to understand how this sprint has been contributing to their scaling and how all the great work and time that you've put to support the project during those 2 days are having a concrete impact. So you'll be kept posted on this. And we really want to facilitate these connections. So for all the sprinters, and this is for the sprinters only, thank you first for your time, your energy, your brains, and your ideas. Sprints are intense days, and there's a lot that can be done as well through the connection of the different participants. There are 3 things actually that we'd like to foster after the event. So the connection with the project, the 4 guest project, whether you're the founder of an association and looking for funding, whether you're looking for ICT training, whether you're looking for remote work opportunities, we really encourage you and will facilitate the connection with the 4 guest organizations, so you can have also individual benefits from that. And if you would like to connect with some speakers or mentors or partners to follow up the conversation that you've started as well, we'll be sharing the different contact of those individual and organizations. Last but not least, as I was mentioning during one of the pitches from the DADAB team, we'll be following up with each of the team who'd like to continue working on their project with a detailed feedback with potential existing organization that you should connect with or talk to. And we are here to support to continue the development of this project. So that was about it. And last but not least, I also wanted to thank a lot the Techfugees Kenya team, who are all volunteers and have been working really hard before and during the sprint to make it happen. We're all joined by a common cause that there needs to be more social justice and fair access to opportunities, and that technology can play a role in this to foster this access and this social justice. So thank you very much. And I wish you all a very good end on Sunday evening, and back to the team. Thank you.
I need to finalize this session.